Just wait. Nanu, nanu. Good morning, gente. Gravity. The moon has no gravitational pull. Slam dunk. Let's go over it one more time. The seas and lakes right now are all here. Look at the rain we've had. It's been a monster. You've seen me walk down here before. And more to come. Muchos flados. And you know what? I've been watching this water, and the moon is up on that chair, and it hasn't been pulling any of the water towards it. The same as the moon down here or up there, whether it's a moon or not, an actual moon, whether any of the moons are actual moons. If the moon were really pulling on the water on this planet, you would expect it to be pulling on all of these lakes, massive lakes, seas, Mediterranean. Well, no, that does get a small tide, same as the Gulf of Mexico, but they're near the equator and very, very low tides. Look where all of the high tides are, right? The biggest tides, that one, well, give it the benefit of the doubt being near the equator. One down here, South America, that's the equator. Look, it is not logical to think that the moon is pulling any of the water. It really isn't, okay? And here is why. The seas and lakes do not move. There's no tidal movement whatsoever, zero. They stay put. Not too far away from some of the biggest lakes are some of the biggest tides on the planet. Highest tides are up north. And the equator, where you'd think the action would be at, the highest tides, the most of the currents, they're not though, are they? Mediterranean and the Gulf of Mexico, both of them north of the equator, large bodies of water and next to no action whatsoever, right? Here are a few stats. Planet Earth at 12,742 kilometers in diameter is 3.66 times the size of the moon. The moon at 3,476 is 0.27, just over a quarter of Earth's diameter. You have this 1/6 of Earth's gravitational pull. Over here, we have 5. Crossed one out to make up for the one over here. Look, folks, this bulge, the moon is pulling equally as planet Earth, and the moon is creating a bulge this side of the planet because the moon is here. Centrifugal force of Earth spinning, if it is spinning, it's creating a centrifugal force that is throwing the water back out to the back, and because the gravitational pull from the moon, look, is not strong enough to counteract anything happening this side, the water goes out and creates another bulge. The people who are teaching this are probably good friends with the people who are teaching this absurdity here. Now, somebody laughed at my post yesterday, right? As if this happens, you think you're going to see two different patterns. 180 degrees out. Folks, let me show you something again. Let me show you something. It does not happen. There's a little moon on the left there, and then I did the big one. There's a tiny one, and then I did the big one, so that we can see exactly what's going on. Now, that planet Earth would be spinning anti-clockwise. Don't forget, that small moon is the correct distance away from that 30 centimeter Earth. It's an 8.3 centimeter diameter moon, and the distance between the both of them is 9 meters. That is to scale with the 12,742 kilometer diameter Earth, an average distance of 384,000 kilometers in between the two, and a moon with a diameter of 3,476. These things are perfectly to scale, right? Earth spins anti-clockwise, okay? The moons over there are spinning in the same direction, but going around that way. But because Earth is spinning faster, they give the impression, or it gives the impression, of moving from east to west in the sky, even though it's going that way. We're going faster, so the moon falls behind. On land, it looks like it's going from east to west. Now, tidally locked. Don't forget, this distance is to scale. Now I'm going to go and brave the cold, treacherous water. Don't forget, planet Earth is spinning anti-clockwise. It should be by the time I get over there. We will always see this picture of the moon with the orange that side and the white that side. It does not matter where you are on the planet, it's the distance as well. Thinking that down under we see it like this, that's just a lack of intelligence, not even common sense. It's tidally locked to the planet. Now, I'm not going to spin this, so we're just going to do this, right? It appears to go this way in the sky. It will remain with the same face, always pointing at planet Earth, like this, right? But obviously that distance down there. It won't ever do anything like this, or that, or anything else. It will remain like this. It takes the moon 27 days to spin once on its axis. Actually, did it spin counterclockwise or clockwise? We're going that way. We're going that way. I presume it would spin. Well, no, of course. It doesn't. It remains like this. So, it does. It spins counterclockwise. One revolution in 27 days. So planet Earth is doing this. And the moon takes 27 days. Bang. To orbit planet Earth once. And it remains tidally locked with the same face facing us. That never changes. To think that down under is that it's a lack of intelligence to think that. It doesn't happen. We all see the moon coming up from the east and setting in the west, right? Right. So, folks, so these photos that were taken, that they reckon were both taken at the same time, at the exact same time. No, they weren't. They weren't. Because we see the moon come from the east, all of us. We don't see it come from the west down under. We're not all upside down. The distance that we are from the moon, right? Now we've got that white moon way down there, okay? The distance, as we spin, that moon would be going the same way, round us, vroom, vroom, round behind you, at a slower rate. So we would always be kind of overtaking it. You see it come up in the east. So America, here you come, moon's over there, you see it come up, it rises in the east, and it sets in the west. It's spinning, it's orbiting us, but we are spinning on our axis faster than it is orbiting us. It doesn't matter where you are on this planet. That moon over there is always going to be coming up in the east. You don't ever see it upside down, back to front like that. That is shocking. I stand by what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. Nobody is standing upside down. We all see the moon come from east and go to the west. That is a fact of life. It's one of those facts, again, isn't it? That people just... It's the people that made that video, 7-8 hours live feed, but they've managed to feed people horseradish, blatant horseradish, right? It's a fact. It's time to stick with the facts, people, okay? There is no gravitational pull coming from the moon. It isn't possible, because the seas and lakes, they would move too. They do not budge even a millimeter. The highest tides are too far away from the equator. Look, and another thing, the high tides do not coincide with when the moon is above anyone. That is a coincidence. The moon could be anywhere. Anywhere. And another thing, we keep going like this, don't we? It's above us. It's above us. Yet, they make it look like we're spinning and we're on the side, don't they? That's what it looks like. It's a bit confusing to talk about these things. Sometimes if somebody isn't clued up about how these things work and we're explaining it, it should be like that, shouldn't it? Flat, kind of. It's ridiculous. Folks, the moon, no, there is no gravitational pull to speak of. Sort of Joe Rogan, I don't know if it was an old thing, saying, yeah, but the moon, it controls the ocean, so it does not, Joe. I give up trying to get anything to you. Moon. No gravity. Now that puts a big spanner in the works for anything gravity related. And that includes landing in 1/6 of it. All right, folks, I will be back.